very strongly that
What's up, guys? It's Black History Month. I hope you're excited, but not so excited, because I'm going to be dropping impactful knowledge to you. If you're new to this channel, please do well to subscribe, like, and share this video, because everybody needs an idea of this information I'm about to pass. What is Black History Month, guys? Let's dive into it. Black History Month is an annual observed commemorative month originating in the United States, where it is also known as African American History Month and was formerly known as Negro History Month before 1976. It began as a way of remembering important people and events in the history of Africa and in diaspora, initially lasting a week before becoming a month-long observation since 1970. It is celebrated in February in the United States and Canada, where it has received official recognition from government, but more recently has also been celebrated in Ireland and in the United Kingdom, where it's observed in October. The precursor of Black History Month was created in 1926 in the United States, where an historian, Carter G. Woodson, and the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History announced the second week of February to be Negro History Week. This week was chosen because it coincided with the birth of Abraham Lincoln on February 12th and that of Frederick Douglass on February 14th, both of which Black communities had celebrated since the late 19th century. For example, in January 1897, schoolteacher Mary Churchill Terrell persuaded the Washington, D.C. School Board to set aside the afternoon of Douglas' birthday as Douglas Day to teach about his life and work in the cities segregated in public schools. The thought process behind the week was never recorded, but the scholars acknowledge two reasons for its birth: recognition and importance. Those were the two reasons. In 1915, Woodson had participated in Lincoln Jubilee, a celebration of 50 years since emancipation from slavery, held in Burnsville, Chicago. The summer-long jubilee, which drew thousands of attendees from across the county to see exhibition, heritage, and culture, impressed Woodson with the need to draw organized focus to the history of Black people. He led the founding of the school in Chicago that fall towards the end of the Jubilee. Early events of the history of Black American newspaper lent crucial support from the event's initial phase. Primary emphasis was placed on encouraging the coordinated teaching of the history of Black Americans in the nation's public schools. The first Negro History Week was met with a lukewarm response, gaining the cooperation of the Department of Education of the state of North Carolina, Delaware, and West Virginia, as well as the city school administration of Baltimore, New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. Despite this limited observance, Woodson regarded the event as one of the most fortunate steps ever taken by the association, and plans for an annual repeat of the event continued. At the time of Negro History Week launch, Woodson contended that teaching of Black history was essential to ensure the physical and intellectual survival of Blacks within broader society. Well, let's take a pause there and see what our dear actor Morgan Freeman had to say about this particular topic, Black History Month.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
Why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman. You want to say, well, I know this white guy named Mike Wallace. You know what I'm saying?
And we are back. I hope that was very insightful to you as I continue on educating you on Black History Month. You know, there's a saying, if a race has no history, it has no worthwhile tradition. It becomes a negligible factor in thought of the world, and it stands in danger of being exterminated. The American Indian left no continuous record. He did not appreciate the value of tradition. And where is it today, if I may ask you? The Hebrew keenly appreciated the value of tradition and is attested by the Bible itself. In spite of the worldwide persecution, therefore, he is a great factor in our civilization. In 1929, the journal Negro History noted that with only 2 exceptions, officials with the state's Department of Education of every state with considerable Negroes population had made events known to that state, teachers and distributed official literature associated with that event. Churches also played a significant role in distribution of literature in association with Negroes. History Week, Negroes History Week, during this initial period, with the mainstream and black press aiding in the publicity effort throughout the 1930s, Negro History Week countered the growing myth of South's last cause, which argued that enslaved people had been well treated, that the Civil War was a war of northern aggression, and that black people had been better off under slavery. Woodson wrote, "When you control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. You do not have to tell him not to stand here or go yonder. He will find his proper place and will stay in it." Negroes History Week grew in popularity throughout the following decades, with mayors across the United States endorsing it as a holiday. Black educators and Black United Youth students at Kent State University first proposed Black History Month in February 1969. The first celebration of Black History Month took place at Kent State a year later, from January 2nd to January 28, 1970. 6 years later, Black History Month was being celebrated all across the country in educational institutes, centers of Black culture, and community centers, both great and small. When President Gerald Ford recognized Black History Month in 1976 during the celebration of the United States bicentennial, he urged Americans to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout the history. Well, I hope that has been impactful, but I will not leave without dropping this video of what our Nigerian African singer had to say about the history of Nigeria.
We were not even supposed to be Nigerians in the first place. We were the Royal Niger Company. Do you understand? So we're basically a company for the British to take resources and blah, 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 and go for Britain.
Right.
Do you understand? And then somewhere along the line, the company decided to buy the whole place and amalgamate it.
Right.
Yeah. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the people that sell the place and the people that buy, to them are the winners. The rest of the people are what?
Right.
Collateral damage.
Why do you think it's important for you personally to deliver that message? Like you feel like, 'cause
it's not important for me personally. It's important for everybody that knows. Once you know, then it becomes important. If you know and you have the capability to say nothing and just go about, then I mean, I envy you.
Well, I'll bring that to a wrap as I come to a close. I remain your host, The Ugly, and I'll bring you more stories. Stay tuned. Happy Black History Month, because I personally do not agree that Black should be celebrated in just 1 month, while we have other people that have done so much as Blacks. So until next time, stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe, share, and like this video as I bring you more videos.